my whole body, I don't give a motherfuck. Ink my whole body, I don't give a motherfuck. Ink my whole body, I don't give a motherfuck. Ink my whole body, ink my whole body. Got so many tats, you can't even count them up. In the shop very weak, I can't seem to get enough. My aunt say my skin too clean to mark it up, and I'ma ink my whole body, I don't give a motherfuck. I'm blowing perp, no shirt, windows down, screaming cash rules.
I think the UBIQ Advanced project looks really, really sick. I think that the art goes on, like the eras in particular, super, super well. And the skate highs look awesome too. I think they're real clean and the art fits super, super good.
We actually had an artist for once do something, design it. You know, it's not just like, hey, somebody pick some colors and, you know, there's actually some depth to it, that there's an artist who's known for his paintings, you know, to put something on there. You know, it says UBIQ on it.
Really excited about it. It's been a fun project to be a part of. It's great that we've been able to reach out to the world over and to be able to bring an international artist into this project and working with Vans Ball.
I've always been a fan of Vans, and the fact that, you know, these Vans have like Japanese art on it is even better.
UBIQ, like, is doing more collaborations in general, especially with the van. It seems like more brands are doing collaborations with bands now too.
It comes in girl sizes, so like for once, you know, like all the girls can be happy. And like, because I was never really a fan of skate highs. I think they always looked really chunky, but out of the eras which I normally would wear, I actually like the skate highs more. I think just because they're a little bit more subtle,
and I think they just look really, really good.
I think Japanese tattoos are pretty cool, as long as it's good art.
There's something very unique about them, especially the fact that if you want a Japanese tattoo, you have to go to a Japanese tattoo artist.
Visually really interesting, lots of color, lots of kind of interesting design with its history and a lot of Japanese art forms. So.
There's so many different types of things you can get, like things that mean protection, things that mean motivation, things that mean just beauty.
A lot of my tattoos are, I say, a derivative of Japanese tattoos.
But they have way more detail than like Americanized tattoos, which is, I don't know, a nice aspect of it.
I'm first generation born in the States, you know. Traditionally, back in Japan, you were the working class to have tattoos. There's only 2 times of the year that people showed off their tattoos. One was during New Year's, one was during the water festival. Like, you know, it was typical fishermen, working class. They all had bodysuits. I mean, me being Asian, I definitely love tattoos and like expression of art.
I've been surrounded by them since I was a kid. I remember like going with my mom to get her.
Sometimes it can be terrible, sometimes it can be great. I think even sometimes the terrible ones, if there's a good story associated with it, can make it even that much more self-expressive for the person.
People always say that it's forever, but you never know. Like, you can always cover it up and do something else to it. So, and even if you had a tattoo, your skin is like this organ, so it can always change. So, you know, you can, you know, get pregnant and it stretches out, or, you know, you can get old and it's all wrinkly or whatever, or it gets faded over time.
I believe that tattoos can inspire you.
I feel like if people like tattoos and they want to get them, they shouldn't be judged for it.
Just pretty much anything that means something to you, you can get that and display it as art on your body.
They can be a really great thing. They can be a really terrible thing. Could jump into it way too early and get a bunch of garbage on your body, or you could wait and really get something that symbolizes something that you care about or represents a time period in your life.
Tupac Shakur was my biggest motivation to get tattoos. And Allen Iverson, when Allen Iverson came to the NBA, he changed the whole game. Everybody started getting braids, everybody started getting tattoos. Pac, same thing, when he did that, everybody wanted a tattoo.
I have like 50 hours under the gun, I guess you can say. I have a great artist, his name is Kim Soo, or that's what he goes by. His name is actually Eric Levy. He's one of the head of the shop at Body Graphics over in Jersey. Cool guy. I said I want a sleeve done, and he said, awesome, what type of ideas do you have? And for me, I was like, you know, dragon, skulls, pretty much Asian themed, and he was like, word, I have a drawing that I drew out the other week that I wanted you to check out. And for him to have that aspect of employee client relationship right off the bat, and he was real humble. I thought it was awesome. I mean, once you got an artist, you got an artist, you know?
One of them is a robot on my waist. The other one is just at 18 on my shoulder because, well, my favorite number is 18. It's also the day that I was born.
I got it when I was in college after a buddy of mine killed himself when he was 18. And so the tattoo is the Roman numerals for 18. And it's just a constant reminder for me to not lose focus in life, to not ignore the little things in life, even when it comes to your friends, and making sure that you stay true to them, and so that they'll stay true to themselves.
All of my tattoos are by an artist named Don Pendleton, who used to do the artwork for Alien Workshop, which is a skateboard company. And in the late 90s, early 2000s, it was really, really big in Jersey, Philly, and New York. So when I was growing up, that, you know, we would see people like Anthony Papalardo, Brian Wenning, these pros from then, and they were really influential to us. So everyone had to ride the Alien boards, everyone had to ride Habitat boards.
The elephant is the national symbol or the animal of Laos, which is where my parents are from. And I got it done by this dude who was like a graffiti artist who did like tattoos on the side, and so I was like, can you draw me an elephant? And that was it. When it came time to get into tattoos, you know, I knew I really wanted to get a bunch. But I couldn't really think of anything that meant a lot to me, except for skateboarding, really. But I didn't want to be the kook with a skateboard tattoo, so I went for his art, either paintings he had done, board graphics, pretty much whatever I could find.
Me and my mother took like probably like a year to come up with it. And it goes, and she danced not for life or love, but in truth for herself. And it's because also I'm a dancer, but like for my first one to be symbolic, and I came up with it like with my mother. It's kind of like cool.
A tattoo of a naga, which is a snake, which, as legend goes, it lives in the river in the Mekong, which is the major river in Laos where my parents are from. I did a lot of research to see who was gonna do the tattoo, and I went with Chris Aldano, who's actually a Japanese tattoo artist, who actually was a featured tattoo artist at Three Tides Tattoo, which is the tattoo shop where Hiroshi Hirakawa, who is the artist who made the design for UBIQ, is from. I have a cartouche, it's like an Egyptian name tag on my side. And then I have a really big portrait of Shiva on the side of my leg with a lotus flower under it and karma written in Hindi. It's probably my most detailed one, and it means a lot to me. Shiva is the god of destruction and also like rebirth in the beginning. So I feel like to have a beginning, you have to end something. It's something that translated a lot really well for my life, so I like it.